Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we will continue with our amazing series in Lucas Studio for data analysts. Today's series will be on the interface, a detailed video that will explain to you everything you need to know about the reporting interface of Lucas Studio. It is quite detailed, educative, and straight to the point. Guys, you're going to love this. Let's hop into the system and let me show you how we do it.
To access the Looker Studio, you need a Google account. This is because this is the only way you can access Looker Studio. Now, all you need to do is to come in here, type in looker.studio, lookerstudio.google.com. That's all you need to type, and you will be led straight to the landing page of Looker Studio. Now, let's look at this. On this landing page, it is made so simple that you can easily navigate to wherever you want. And let's start with the top corner. You have the Looker Studio up there and the logo. You have the search icon to help you search for email addresses and things. You know, at some point things can become really clumsy. This search icon comes in handy. So by the left side bar here, we have recent. And this recent works hand in hand with this. And with this recent, you have the most recent things you have done on Lucas Studio. So let's move on to this way. Let's move on to the next thing here. So we have shared with me. This shared with me represents all the reports shared with you. Let's click on it. Shared with you, just like the concept of file drive, shared with you from all by others, both within your organization and outside the organization. This is what we have here. And then the next is all the reports that are owned by you. The ones you created, you will find them here. And every report you trashed, that you can see the ones I have trashed, they are all here. And the next is the template. Like I explained earlier in our first video, this is the template. And from here, you can easily access any template you want. Assuming you want to use a YouTube template, because you want to build a YouTube dashboard, you could come here and pick up this YouTube, and then you get it. If you want a different kind of template, perhaps you want to build a big query dashboard, you can come here and you will see some amazing templates that have been created by Google for us. And this is so handy, makes work faster and straight to the point. Now let's go back to the recent. Up here we have reports, which is what we have here. If we go to data sources, you have all the data sources that you have been able to access, and these are the ones I have used in the past. That's the name of the data. This is owned by anyone. That's owned by me. The last time I opened this data set was this year, and the location is also owned by me. That's like the location in Drive, which is here. Now you can also add a new for every data source that you access, you find them here. And here is the Explorer, which from here you can create a new report. Now let's go back to the reports. At this point can you can decide to create a blank report, or you can use any of the templates that are there. You can come here, you can go up there, and you'll be able to see all the templates. You can also create here. So the amazing thing here is the user interface makes it so easy for us to access, for us to create reports from three different points. From this point, from here, and then from here. So my favorite place is up here. I'll come in here and create reports. So let's go and create reports. Now you notice as soon as I click to create report, Looker Studio understood that I do not have any data set on this report, on this new report, because it is brand new. So it is prompting me up to pick up a data set, and that's why it opened up the connectors window. And here you will see all the connectors, depending on the one you want. Here we are. We have the Google connectors, and then we have the partners connectors. But for now, let's try to drag this down, keep it here. This is the interface you see when you try to create a report without a data set. I will go ahead and close this so we see it all. Now, a lot of things are grayed out. That's because there is no data set to activate the functionality. When we go up here, we will see the name, the title. Up here, we'll see the title. So I could name this customer. Let's name this customer report. And that's it. So easy to name. I've named this customer report. So let's move towards the right. We have share button. This share button, with this share button, you can actually share to, you can invite people to your dashboard. You can schedule refresh. You can get a link, and you can get embedded link, and you can also download this report. And this is so beautiful. Now, on the other side of it, so assuming you are done with your work and you need to share, you need to see how your work looks when you share it with others. So you go in and click on the view mode. So the view mode will disable everything that is not necessary and give you the mode you will see whenever you are consuming the report. Let's go back to the view mode, to the editor's mode. Now, on these three ellipses, we have the refresh data. You can easily refresh your data. And you can also make a copy of your report. Transfer a backup or any other thing, you can easily make a copy of your report here. And that's how simple it is. When you go further right, you will see help option. And when you click it, it is an amazing place for you to go and get information for yourself when you are building a report. And of course, at the top end, we have the Gmail account that I am using for this particular demonstration. Okay, so this is it. Now, what else? What next do we do? We don't have any data. What can we do? What can we really do with this? But before we go to getting data, let me walk you through this. So we have this file system that gives us the power to share and other things. Download, make copy, new report. That's what it does. And then the view gives us the power to organize our reports the way we want, give it that view that enhances user experience. This view helps us achieve that. And from this page, you can actually create more pages. We will come back to this point in it. This is the interface you see when you do not have any data sets on ground, when you have not uploaded any data set. Now let's go in and try to upload a data set. Be- So when you not now you notice that we don't have that window again because I actually closed it. Don't worry. All you need to do to access that window is to come here and add data. And when you click add data, the window will pop up. That's it. We want to add the dataset we want to add is a CSV file. And to add a CSV file, you come to File Upload. This is a data source, data connected by Google, so it is 100% free. So you come to File Upload, and when you click it, it will take you to the data, it will take you to where you need to get your data. Before then, let's go up here. We have Connect to Data, my data sources. Connect to data gives you access to all the connectors. The next, my data sources gives you access to all the data sources you have connected to in the past, and that's how easy it is, and you can do whatever you want to do with it. Let's go back to connect to data. Now I want to connect to a CSV file. I want to connect to a CSV file. So let's come in here to file upload and click here. And it brings me to this point where I need to upload file. If you have not used your account before, it will ask you to authenticate yourself, and which you will do. It's so easy. Just try to log in, just try to authorize Lucas Studio to access data from this. Try to authorize Lucas Studio to access your data. So I have done all this authorization. Now I want to get my data. So it's giving me this interface to drag and drop my data set, or just go to where my data set is. And I would like to just go to where it is. Click file. So I'll go to my data set is on desktop. On desktop, come in here, data set, sales, and it's the customer data. Pick it up, open, and it's loading. Wait for it. All right, so it's loading, it's processing, as you can see here. You can see here it's processing, and when it's done, it will turn to green. Excellent. So it has turned to green, showing us that this loading is successful. So all we need to do is to add. If you want to load another data set, you can come in here, create a new data set, but we don't want to create a new data set. We want to add it to the report. So you click here to add. You can also cancel this particular action you have performed in case you're not interested in it. On this, you will see your data set name, you will see the date, you will see the uploaded time and date, and the size of the data, and the status, whether it is correct, whether it is successful or not. You can also come up here and delete this particular data set only. And so let's move on to add it. So click on add. All right. So it's bringing us popping up a window asking us if we want to add to a report. Yes, I want to add to report. Excellent. So my data set is added. And by default, whenever you add a data set, Lucas Studio gives you a simple report to just show that you've added this data set. So I'm going to delete this. All right. I will click on the ellipsis and delete it. Now that we have a data set, you notice that lots of tabs have been added, and lots of grayed out functionalities have been enabled. So, and this is the difference between when you have a data set and when you don't have. Now, let's go through some of these tabs again. I've gone through the file. I've gone through the file. So let's click on edit. And you know the functionality of edit in most application: undo, redo, cut, copy, all those things. And then you have special paste. We have also gone through view. Let's go to insert. So insert here allows us to insert, because we have a data set, it now allows us to insert some other things like charts, controls, shapes, images, get URL. It allows us to do so many things. So in other words, outside these other functionalities you see under the tab, you can also come in here and do whatsoever you want and get whatsoever you want. So let's move on. Now here is pages. The concept of pages is to add multiple pages to your report. And if we click here to add, it will create a new page. All we just need here is click here, and then we have new page. And you can see it at this point. We have page 1 and page 2. And we'll come back to it in a bit. Now the next is arrange. So this allows you to arrange your visual. It's grayed out because there is actually nothing on our canvas, on our report canvas. So when there is anything, it allows us to group, ungroup, order, align vertically, align horizontally, distribute vertically or horizontally, depending on what you want at any level, so at any point. This helps you, and it's a very handy resource in making your report much more interesting, easy to use, and much more interesting and easy to use. So the next is resources. So you come here, you can get loads of resources for yourself. You can make community visualization, manage community visualization, URL parameter, manage dimension. You can do a whole lot of things. You can also manage your blended data that we'll go to blended data in the course of this. So the next is just like we have up here, that's help. Also, we have help here. You can go to community forum, you can release notes, you can even request a feature that you think should be here. Looker Studio will look into it. And that's how amazing all these tabs are. Now, when you go a little step below the tab, you will notice most of those functionalities you see on the tab, you will find them here. Undo, redo. This is the selection mode. And of course, this is your zoom. You can come in here. Because I created another page, that's why we have this page here. So from here, I can come in and have my page here. So I can move backwards, I can move forward, I can also come here and do this. So this helps us navigate through different parts of our pages. You can also add data through here, and that's how beautiful it is. You can add data while you are set on this interface. You want to add new data sets to help, you know, um, so you want to add new data sets to help make great insight from your report. You can actually do that from here. You want to add charts, excellent way. And this is, so the whole idea is this whole panel helps you to easily get the most important things you need to get when you are building report. Now, this is also community. Want to add more control, input, date, checkbox, slider, all these things are here. Filter, these things are here for you to do. Embed, add images, text, line, and shape. These things are easy for you to access. A little bit below it, we have the add quick filter, and this comes from here. So if I disable it, when you see at the um, when you look at the side, at the right side here, if I disable this filter bar, it disappears. When I enable it, it comes up. So I'm going to disable it right now to give it more space. So I said we're going to come back to pages in a bit. So before I do that, you notice this space, we don't have anything in here. And it's saying, let's get started. This is because this is the property pane. If I click on properties here, it disappears. If I click on it, it enables. But what really comes here? Now, what really comes here depends on what you have accessed at the time. If I go here and click pages, I expect pages to come in here. So I click on pages, everything, all my pages come in here. And it allows me to rename my pages. All right, let's go there. And it allows me to rename my pages when I click on the three ellipses, duplicate my pages, delete, hide, hide it in view mode in case you don't want it to be seen in view mode. You can select any icon for your page, move move to bottom, move up. You can here at this point you can control your page. Now let's try and rename this my page. I will name it customer life customer lifetime value page, and come here. I will name this one. So I will rename this one the summary page. That's not the spelling of summary. So I'll rename this one the summary page, and that's how easy it is. Just from here, you have this. So let's say I have another icon. Let me disable it if I want. I can disable this. Let's say I pick up a chart. So let me pick up just a card, a KPI. So I'll click here, and of course it will pick up a data set by default and give us something here. So because this is selected on the property pane, it gives us everything we need here about this particular card. Setting up this particular card, setting up this card, and changing the styling of this card. formatting it, making it look better. All this comes from this property pan here. So on this, the way the property pan works is simply depends on what you select at any point in time. That's how it works. Now let's move on to other things. On this canvas, we have the main interface for whatsoever we are working on. So assuming I have taken all the data set I need, all I need to click is click on this data to hide my data, my data sets panel, my column panel, and or my field panels, and be able to have enough. This will enable me have enough space on my canvas to whatsoever I want. Good. So let's move on to the data. So on this data pan, you have your columns, and you have your data sets. Every data set you have comes in here. Every data set you have comes in here. Then you have this line, and then you have all the fields that belong to this data set. So now let's try to use this search parameter. If I search last name, you see it comes up, and this is very handy when you are doing anything you want to do. At some point, you have so many data sets that have so much field, hundreds of fields. Search icon helps you. When you come down to the bottom, you'll be able to see if you want to add new field, you can add new field, which will be like a calculated field. That's a new column. Then if you want to add parameter, you add. And you want to add new data set, you can also come here and add it. And this is so amazing. And here you get it, guys. This is the interface of Looker Studio. This is this is the reporting interface of Looker Studio.
All right, there you have it, guys. That is a detailed video on the interface of Looker Studio. I hope you enjoyed it. Next thing, we're going to work on the data connectors. Yes, you heard me right. Data connectors. And if you're getting value in this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give this video a like and a thumbs up. You can also click on the bell icon so that you'll be the first to know whenever I upload a new video. Bye.